Welcome to another episode of LEGO Worlds. In today's episode, we are going to try and build the Hall of Justice because someone in the comments below suggested it, and I'm willing to give it a try. So as you can see here, I'm already trying to build the building. Using a 2x4 brick, I believe it's called. And this one is really a challenge because there's certain bricks, like I said, I don't have in the game, so I gave it an attempt to try and build it with what we have. And I think it didn't come out too bad. So basically, I have to fix my little ground structure here. And by doing so, I can continue working on it. The thing that gets me is this structure was a challenge because it had curves in it. So trying to do the curvy parts is a little bit hard to do with the bricks we got. But I enjoyed actually building this one because this one was actually a challenge for me. I was trying to think which brick I need to use for the outline because the way I did the columns. Because the columns are supposed to like stand out from the rest, but also the outline stands out too. So it's a little tricky. I should have done my columns, I think, a little bit bigger instead of trying to justify them to match. And as you can see, the wall is blending in with the column, which now I have to fix the column. And it really made me think what bricks to try and use. I didn't do the front of Justice League, and I didn't do the sign of Justice League. I just did the building portion. Right now, I'm trying to outline the outlines that was on the building. Which it's really hard to decide where the outline should go, because you have like an outish outline in the back, and then you have outish outline on the sides. But you really can't really see the back of it, so I'm not entirely sure exactly how much of the back was outlined. I know that a certain point of the corner was just outlined, so I wanted to try and outline the corner as best as possible. So yeah, this was an interesting build, like I've been saying, because of the um, way the texture looked. So I'm trying to outline it the best I can here. And I think it came along pretty good. It was challenging. The most challenging part was this. Um, doing the front of the Justice Hall. Like I said, it doesn't look like the Justice Hall. With the bricks I had, I tried my best, and so yeah, this is the what I'm working on now is like the glass. The glass was an interesting piece of the Justice Hall because not only some of it was sticking outwards, but some of it was bent inwards. And it was interesting to try and do the glass because it was very challenging to try and figure out, well, how far do I want the pieces to be inward and outward. Not only that, I still have to keep the texture that's going across the bottom and try and keep an archway on top. Yeah, the archway does not look that well. I will admit the archway does not look that well in my build. It's very hard to do the archway. I mean, if any of you've got suggestions how to make a better archway, I'm all ears for it. But like I said, this was just an attempt. To see what I can do with the build. And it was very challenging. Putting the glass in, it had to go in like a, almost like a stripe type thing, and I wanted it to look like the windows that you see from the Justice Hall, and it was very tricky because you had to go one notch in. Well, I call them notches. I don't know what other people call them. But usually I call them notches. So I usually go like one notch in. And I'm trying to get in one notch. It's very hard to maneuver inward. It's a little tricky. But once you get it into the point where you gotta be, it's not that bad. And what you want to do is just build upward, and you get this like window effect that some of it's sticking out and some of it's supposedly not. It's what the idea was. So building this, I found it to be very challenging and compelling. Would I attempt something like this again? Probably I would try and attempt it again if I had the right Lego pieces. It was definitely a fun build and a challenge. I know everybody's going to say, where is the water fountain And like I said, I was just focused on the building at the moment. I might add a water fountain to it later. But the building was the main focus of my project. And, as you can see, as I'm going up on some of the Legos, the roof pieces started turning, like flat. Which are supposed to be curved. And it's almost like it's supposed to be like a dome shape on top. And trying to do this from scratch is really, really challenging. I'm thinking that in my next couple of builds, I'll build something a little bit different. Or if you guys have any suggestions what you want to see built, you can leave them in the comments below. Which I don't mind people asking me to build stuff. So now what I'm tempted to do is try and fill in the gaps here. But again, you have to go inward. Because you want the arch and everything to stand outward. Of course, my character had to get stuck. So we had to unstick him. And as you see, as we're parachuting down most of the stuff that I've been building, so now I'm going back to try and fix the gap here. Some of the things that I found difficult was trying to build inside the building while you have the thing on the outside. So it was an interesting way of building. Knowing people work from the inside out, I'm doing it backwards. I'm working from the outside in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down some flat to make it look like it's smoothed out. Oh, it looks like it belongs. I could have probably put flaps on the tippy top at some point. See, now you can see it. The window is literally standing out a little bit better. And by having the windows standing out, it makes it feel a little bit more realistic. I probably should move those windows on that side a little bit further out, but it's fine. It's hardly noticeable unless you really want to go into detail. So now I'm putting flats on the archway. Try to make the archway stand out. I mean, I thought about putting flats on the two columns, but I think it would draw away from the archway a little bit, so I didn't do that. So the roof's been still driving me nuts. The roof, because I don't have the right pieces. And I'm still looking at the pieces I have. And I wanted to make the roof look like the one they had. But their roof, they had it like, it was like an arch going above, but slowly dwindling down into the building. So I decided to use this piece to try and make it look like it's like slowly dwindling into the building. I know it doesn't look exactly like the arch on the Hall of Justice, but like I said, I'm using what I have, so it's not going to look entirely 100% accurate. For what I attempted, as it doesn't look that, I don't think it looks that bad. And then I just went in and tried to fill in the gap here. So there you have it. That's the Hall of Justice. What do you guys think? If you like this video, please leave a like. If you like this video, please leave a hit those like buttons. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments you want me to answer, leave them in the comment section below. And I will see you on the next LEGO Worlds episode.